You know that feeling when things spiral out of control, like you're stuck with a job you don't like? Between jobs, a project, someone's ghosting you, or life presents you with something you didn't sign up for? Yeah, stress kicks in hard when we feel powerless. But here's the truth. You're not supposed to be in full control because God already is. That's not weakness. That's wisdom. And this allows you to find the solution sooner because by trusting God, your mind becalms and can see in its time how the solution will happen. Let's talk about it. Have you felt stressed because you felt like, I can't fix this? We get stressed when life throws curveballs. Redundancy, rejection, failure, uncertainty about the future. So what is the truth? You don't have to fix everything. Now right away anyway. You were never meant to carry the whole world on your shoulders, even your own issues. The Bible tells us, cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7.
God isn't asking you to know always how to solve every problem. He's asking you to trust Him in the middle of it whilst He is revealing the solution you need. That's where peace starts, not when it's fixed, but when it's given over to Him. Sometimes you're standing at a crossroads, and all the signs feel blurry. Everyone's asking, what's your plan? What are you going to do next? Who do you want to be? And you're like, I don't even know who I am yet. You scroll through success stories on social media, compare yourself to people who seem to have it all figured out, and slowly that knot of pressure forms in your chest. You want to make the right decision. College, career, calling, relationships, but you feel paralyzed by possibilities and terrified of failure. And in that storm of questions, God doesn't hand you a map. He gives you a word. He whispers, you're not lost. I'm leading. Just follow me, one step at a time.
See, God isn't asking you to know the 5-year plan. He's not waiting for you to have it all together before He works. He's offering you peace, not by showing you the whole road, but by being the one who walks it with you and enjoying it together. Sometimes you may find the step you need to take is small. Send the application. Ask for advice. Try the thing that scares you. Say yes, or maybe even say no. Faith doesn't always look like bold leaps. Sometimes it's just the courage to take one more step forward, even when you're not sure where it leads. And when you say, okay, God, show me today's step, and I'll trust you with tomorrow. That's where the peace flows in, not because you've solved the future, but because you've surrendered it to Him. And trust me, the one who sees the end from the beginning is more than capable of guiding your next move.
Another peace thief is the feeling like I can't control them, whether it's friends, siblings, parents, or even someone you're trying to help. You can't make people act always in your favor, or in general, do things right, think right, or feel right. The truth is, you don't have full control over anyone, and that's okay. Be thankful you don't. But you do have influence, and that matters. The Bible says, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Romans 12:18. Do to others as you wish them to do to you. Stop stressing about outcomes you can't force. Your job is to show love, speak truth, and trust God to work in their hearts. Influence is enough when it's in God's hands.
Samuel was a prophet who deeply cared for King Saul. He prayed for him, advised him, and warned him when he strayed. But Saul repeatedly disobeyed God. Samuel couldn't control Saul's choices, not even with all his influence and closeness to God. Eventually, God rejected Saul as king.
Another example is from the story of Mordecai and Esther from the book of Esther. Mordecai, the uncle, didn't control his niece's, Esther's, choices. She was taken into the Persian king's palace, living in a completely different world. But when a crisis hit, the threat by an enemy to destroy the Jewish people, Mordecai used his influence over her to intervene, even though she was afraid to do so. It was not control. He didn't have control, but he had influence and used it right. He challenged Esther with these words, which were God's words. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this. Esther 4:14. Mordecai didn't force Esther to act. He couldn't. But his words of wisdom and faith stirred courage in her heart. Esther made the bold choice. I will go to the king, even though it is against the law. And if I perish, I perish. Esther 4:16. The result? Esther's brave decision saved her people. And it all started with Mordecai's steady influence. So you don't need control to make a difference when your heart is surrendered to God. Another reason for stress is the feeling, I don't know what's next. Not knowing your next steps in life can feel terrifying. Exams, college, career, relationships. What if I mess it up? Yet the truth is that God sees the whole map. Sometimes you're only meant to take the next step in front of you. The Bible encourages us, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and He will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:5-6. You don't need the full blueprint, just the faith to follow the next instruction. God doesn't get lost, and if you're walking with Him, neither will you.
Anna was finishing school and had no clue where to go next. Her friends had it all figured out. Career paths, top university choices, even backup plans. But Anna, she felt overwhelmed, praying for a clear sign from God and not getting clarity yet. Just the feeling in her, trust in me with all your heart and you will make it. She had 2 university options. One felt practical, the other felt more her, but less certain. She didn't have a vision or voice from heaven. Just a gentle peace when she thought about the second one. So she prayed, God, I don't know the whole picture, but I trust you. I'm going to take this next step and believe you'll meet me there. She applied. She got in. And at that university, she met a mentor who completely changed her life, discovered her passion for social work, and grew in faith like never before. Years later, she said, if I had waited for a perfect plan, I might still be stuck. But trusting God with just the next step opened doors I never imagined. You don't need to know the whole journey. Sometimes you need to know just the next step. God sees the full story. You're not walking blind. You're walking with the one who holds the map. If you know the bigger picture already about particular area of your life, that's really good. But to get to it, you need to trust God with the small steps.
Let's finish with this. Have you ever asked yourself, why am I so overwhelmed? Sometimes we try to act strong, hold everything in, and keep everyone else afloat. But inside, we're drowning. Remind yourself that God didn't make you to carry it all. He made you to bring it all to Him and carry what He gave you power for. Jesus says to all who are tired, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. You're not too emotional or too much. You're human. Let it out. In prayer, in worship, in trusted conversations. God can handle the real you. Let me give an example. Sarah is a mom of 3. She juggles school runs, packed lunches, endless laundry, a part-time job, and trying to be emotionally present for everyone. From the outside, she looks like a supermom, but inside, she's exhausted. She doesn't complain. She doesn't cry. She just keeps going because she thinks that's what strength looks like. But one night, after tucking the kids into bed, she sits on the bathroom floor and quietly breaks. Tears she's been holding back for weeks finally fall. She whispers, God, I can't do this anymore. And in that moment, something happens. Not a breakdown, but a breakthrough. She senses God saying, you were never meant to carry it all. Bring it to me. I've got you. That night, she doesn't get a miracle that folds all the laundry or cancels the chaos. But she does get rest. I don't need to feel like I have full control over all details, she thinks. God has. I need to do my best and leave the rest to Him. She enjoys His peace, His grace, the strength not from holding it in, but from letting it out, in God's presence and into His hands. Moms who feel unworthy, your worth isn't in doing everything perfectly or carrying everyone's load. You are already head and shoulders over what you think you are. Your peace is in knowing where to bring your own life to. It's Jesus. Jesus didn't say, "Come to me once you've got it all under control." He said, "Come to me when you're tired," because he can handle the real you, and he loves you there. Let us remember in the end that peace is found in surrender. Peace isn't found in taking full control. This is impossible. It's found in giving control to the one who already has it. So next time stress whispers, "This is too much," you can respond, "It is, but I'm not carrying it alone."